So welcome, Nikki. Welcome, Lisa. Nikki, could you please introduce yourself to us?
Certainly. Good morning, everyone. My name is Nikki Webb. I work for an organisation, a global organisation called Coerver Coaching. We're effectively operational in 50 different countries globally. It's a really exciting time to be involved at Coerver Coaching, especially in the UK. Here in England and Wales, Coerver Coaching I've had a long-standing relationship with lots of different professional clubs, not just in this country, but also around Europe. There's lots of projects that we're involved in, working at from grassroots all the way through to the top professional players in the country and some in Europe. And one of the things that I've had an opportunity to experience here at Coerver Coaching is to learn the Coerver methodology, which is something that from our point of view is quite unique. It's something that focuses on individual technical development and an area that we've had an opportunity to share with lots of players around the globe.
Hi, I'm Lisa McGee. I'm the director of Prince Bishop International Summer School. We also have an Easter Football Academy offering, and we are based in 2 locations currently in the northeast of England. So we would like to see families coming from across the world to the northeast of England to try out our pathways and our sport and to have a great time, a great fun summer with lots of learning and adventure.
Great. Thanks, Lisa. So, okay, coming back to you, Nikki, could you tell us a little bit more? I mean, you did a high-level introduction, which is great, but could you tell us a little bit more about Coerver? Am I pronouncing that right?
You are pronouncing that right.
All right, so tell us a little bit about it, maybe when you joined, what you love most about it, and what you do through your role there.
Yeah, so I've been with Coerver for 15 years now. My current role is to operate something that we're very excited about and have been doing for the last sort of 3 or 4 years now. It's something based with Real Madrid. I've been given the opportunity to lead this in England and Wales, and it's something that we're super excited to come and visit lots of different places around the country. That's my role. That's what I do. Our operations team have given me the chance to get out there onto the pitch with lots of different players, ranging from sort of under 8s all the way through to under 18s, and take this project so that we can share the Coerver principles as well as operate lots of events around the UK.
Oh, fantastic, thank you. Can you share a little bit more about what the Coerver principles are? Is that something you can give us some insight?
Yeah, so Coerver was originally something that was evolved from Will Coerver, a Dutch coach. I believe that sort of started his coaching journey in the early 70s, very successful. He came through the system with his own methodology, where he developed the individual skills of players. And really, Will Coerver was world renowned for the principles of ball mastery and the manipulation of the ball using both feet, different surfaces, and really developing technical excellence. The principles behind the system is to really focus on developing the individual rather than working on the effects of the actual team itself. It's really the focus of developing the player so that they can fit into a successful team system. And the idea behind it is to develop creative players who can go alone 1v1 should they not have the opportunity to sort of run, shoot or pass. The idea is that they can maintain possession or to develop successful 1v1 duels in various areas of the field. And that's really where Coerver is grown across the world because it's very unique in the way that it approaches the game.
Fantastic. Okay, great. Thanks for explaining that. So can you tell us a little bit more about your youth programs? You mentioned that you work with children from the ages of 8 up to 18. Is that correct?
We do, yes.
Yeah, so can you talk a little bit more about the programs?
So across the world, we have a program called Performance Academy, and different partner club relationships. And the idea behind it is that we can, I suppose, share the methodology of Coerver globally. I think from a development point of view, because of the difference in what Coerver have developed as an organisation, we've had a lot of professional clubs come to us and want to learn about the Coerver principles and how to deliver it to their players, and therefore this is one of the reasons why we've got a relationship with Real Madrid, and the principles of Coerver have been shared in their environment, and now we're able to offer the Real Madrid experience in and around the UK also.
Okay. Great. So when you say the Real Madrid experience, can you expatiate a little bit on what that would entail?
Yeah, so we're super excited about the opportunity to bring the world's biggest brand, the world's biggest football club, the most successful football club in terms of trophies, to various parts of England and Wales. The idea and principle behind it is that players get an opportunity to, first of all, wear the colours of Real Madrid. We do have, as part of the package, a specific kit that's bespoke made for the event. It's from the Real Madrid Foundation, and the idea behind it is that we also are able to give the players a really unique feel about what we're trying to achieve on the pitch. It's a wonderful opportunity for the players to experience being coached by a Real Madrid coach from the Valdebebas training facility. We've had a unique, eclectic mix of high-level coaches that are involved in the club, all the way from the development phase in the academy through to the top coaches in the foundation. And the idea is that the players come along for a unique day of training, technical practices in the morning, and they experience some themed sessions in the mid-afternoon. And then obviously we want to finish with a tournament. The players get to do a Champions League walkout. I think Real Madrid have been very successful in that competition. So we play the music, the players do a Champions League walkout, and we have an opportunity to see the players put those skills that they've learned in the morning session into fruition.
Awesome. Do you take adults as well? I mean, I know I'm over 18, but can I sign up?
You can. I'm sure I can find a kit that will suit you. We've got a wonderful relationship with ProDirect as well. And ProDirect look after all of the kit distribution. ProDirect have put together a new package for us alongside Adidas this year. So the first time it will be seen will be on show at Easter at Prince Bishop's summer school, and we're going to be doing some filming with regards to that, get some promotional shots of the players experiencing what it's like to look and feel like a Real Madrid player.
Fantastic. Sounds great. Now, speaking of the summer camp coming up, can we talk a little bit about the benefits of girls attending a single-sex football camp? What, in your view, are the benefits of that?
Well, I think that it's always nice for the girls to get together and practice. One of the challenges that we face as an organisation is to, really promote the female game on a large scale level, and give it the opportunity that it deserves. We've had some wonderful competitions in the last 2 or 3 years, which England have been relatively successful in. We've just come off the back of a successful European Championship. It's really brought the game to a new peak, and I think that the girls in this country in particular have been very excited by that. And we've got some wonderful stars in this country that have really sort of reaching out there in the women's game now. One of the things about this event is that it's one of the first female only events that we've operated for Real Madrid foundations in this country. It's something that we're really excited to see the players engage with each other. I know that Prince Bishop have got a wonderful schedule for the players to get involved in, and we're really excited to be part of that schedule and to give the girls an opportunity to showcase their skills and to learn from some of the top coaches that they're going to have access to.
Right. That's great. And I guess that brings me to my next question about your relationship or partnership with Prince Bishop. You know, how did that evolve?
Really through connections, connecting with each other in terms of they've got a wonderful partner in DF Next Level Coaching, who are going to be coaching the girls on a daily basis during their time at the summer school. And we've been in connection with DF Next Level Coaching now for some time. They've really developed a wonderful program with high level detail in their work. We've linked together with themselves, which has obviously brought us through the opportunity to come to Prince Bishop. The surroundings are amazing. The facility is wonderful. The rural experience of seeing the countryside in England, having an excellent opportunity to really have the girls connect and to spend quality time with each other, not only on the pitch, in the classroom with their literacy skills, and really having a once in a lifetime opportunity to experience what it's like in England, but also to play really.
Great, thanks. So if a parent is listening to this and thinking about, okay, what are some of the outcomes, right, for students who attend the program, the camp? If you were to share, I don't know, maybe 3 things that you would say are the potential outcomes, learning outcomes for the students who attend, what would you say those are?
I think we're all involved in sport for a reason. We love sport. We enjoy being in a friendship circle, meeting new people. We enjoy the challenges of learning. And I think that there's no better place and experience to have that. Like I mentioned, it really is a wonderful place, a part of the world. If you've never been to England before, it's a place that is football, it's football crazy. There's some high level especially female athletes that have come out of this region, that we're really sort of pleased to give the girls a chance to have that experience of seeing what it's like in Newcastle.
Okay.
That I think the only other thing is to make lifelong friends, right? To spend quality time and to get to meet people, and to learn a new language or to sharpen up those language skills is something that's quite unique.
Right. No, fantastic. And for the children who attend, would you say that, they tend to be interested in going on to be professionals, or, what do you see as a path through attending the program?
I think from a learning perspective in terms of football, I think practice is something that we would always encourage. I know that throughout the week there's going to be lots of opportunity to learn different areas of the game, to experience different coaches, to experience different methodologies. I think the Real Madrid experience to play the Real way is very different to what you ordinarily might experience in your own football environment. The coaches are very experienced. Real Madrid is really a big family club, and the idea is to develop people as much as to develop players. So in terms of the pathway, I think really it's an experience that hopefully will be something that will stay with them for a very long time, not only with learning outcomes, but also something that is not always sort of available. It's not every day you get coached by a member of staff from the Real Madrid Valdebebas facility. So
Absolutely. It does sound like an exciting opportunity. All right, so we're moving a bit personal now. Could you share some of your experiences as a female footballer? What have been some of your highlights?
I think for me, my highlights are, as an adult, when I look back, is really down to the fact that I'd like to think that my friendship circle has been very much dominated by my football experience. I've retained friends for life. I've retained experiences and memories for life. And I think developing as a player, as a young player, you know, being given opportunities, you're always going to be inspired by certain environments or certain people that you come across along the way, and they're the types of people that are going to encourage you to practice more, to work really hard, and then that those principles take you through life, right? We want to develop not only the player but the person, and I think that's what football's done for me. It's also led me down a career path, so it's been an opportunity for me to develop my my love for football into my career, and it's something that we're now seeing at the top end of women's football, players who have played the game to the highest level, coaches go on and have careers in the environment that they ordinarily might not have had an opportunity previously.
Right. So I think one of the things I'm picking up from you is that there's a career around it, right? Whether as a professional player or in other aspects. Would you say that's correct?
Most certainly. I think that we've got a fabulous professional women's game in England now. I would say it's probably the strongest, if not one of the strongest leagues in the world. One of the things that we've seen evolve in the game is that players have travelled, from various countries, and that the best players have been accumulated from all variety of different nations. Certainly in Spain also, we see the top players going to play in the women's top division in Spain. We've actually got a player, a Scottish player that plays for Real Madrid, and Caroline Weir. She's sort of not actually very far away from where the players will be based in Newcastle. She grew up not too far away from there, and she's currently playing in the Scottish national team, and is a staple player in the Real Madrid women's team, which is great to see. And it's something that we're super proud of, to have a league and players developed in this country that are playing in the top leagues around the world.
Right, fantastic. I think one of the things I'm picking up from you as well that's very inspiring to hear is that you're not just developing a player, you're developing the whole person. And I think that focus, right, on the whole individual is so critical, because that's what then the students take on with them through life.
I think so. I think, from a development point of view, Real Madrid's foundation is really based on creating an environment where the players feel, proud to be part of the Real Madrid organisation, part of the family, but also to develop certain principles in their lifestyle. So, having the attitude to work really hard, having, the technical skills to manage the game, but also having the ability to share experiences. And that's really what the programme at Easter is all about. It's about bringing the players together and them taking away a lifetime memory.
Right, great. Thanks, Nikki. And to start to wrap up, could you share some female role models to watch, and maybe some of them are from the Northeast?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been super exciting times in the last sort of 10 years in production line in that area of the country. I think, you know, we've already mentioned Caroline Weir, who's not too far away over the border. You know, we've got players such as, you know, Steph Houghton, who's been the England captain. I believe she's from sort of the Durham area. You know, we've got players, quite a famous player now, Jill Scott. She's been spending a lot of time in you know, in the media recently. A lot of coverage, a really positive role model. She's from Sunderland, which is kind of over the road, shall we say. It's so close. And then you know, we've got the likes of Lucy Bronze, who's from a town called Berwick upon Tweed, which is, you know, a little bit north, one of the most northern towns in England. These are, you know, what we would say is some of the superstars of women's football. All of them grew up, you know, really a stone's throw away from in the area. I think to be England captain, you know, to be considered for the Ballon d'Or, you know, to win over 100 caps for England, these are all aspiring targets for people to achieve. And you know, I can say that these players have you know, grown up in that area.
Fantastic. I love the way your face lit up when you were talking about the female role models and different people to watch. Yeah.
Well, these are the players, and these are the icons of women's sport in terms of football that you know, aspire the next generation. We've just had you know, we've just had a successful Euros, as I mentioned. Ironically, we missed out on the World Cup to a Real Madrid player who scored the winning goal in Spain, which is very ironic, but awesome. At the same time, I think it was a wonderful showcase for women's football. I think that the development has, you know, grown exponentially over the last 10 years in particular. You know, we see players reaching really high standards within the game, but we also see the coverage as well. You know, the coverage is very important because, you know, we can go and we can find footage, we can watch the skills of these female icons, and we can pass that on to the next generation, and that's critical for you know, for the talent to come through on a global level.
Fantastic. Thanks, Nikki. And in terms of your last words for us today, you know, tell us something that would encourage a young player to join the Easter camp that you have coming up.
I mean, I never had this opportunity when I was a player. I think for anyone to visit a new country, especially someone who's interested in football, this is an amazing opportunity to, you know, get involved in visiting a new place, meeting a new group of friends, learning a language that might not be, you know, your first language, and secondly, to have a chance to play and train on a daily basis, and to experience what it's like to be, you know, coached regularly, have a wonderful kind of package put together with, you know, trips and experiences, and really accumulate some wonderful times. It's something that I wish was around when I was a player, but no, I think that, you know, we would love to have the opportunity to collect together a group of players that can also share their experiences in football.
Fantastic. Thank you. You've convinced me, you know.
I would like to go myself, to be honest.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, Nikki, for your time. This was very, very insightful. I definitely learned a lot, and I'm sure everybody who listens to this will also pick up quite a few things from this. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. No, thank you very much. And we hope to see, we hope to see you all at Easter. We've got some wonderful plans ahead of it, the events. And yeah, just kind of can't wait to get going.
All right, Nikki, are you able to show us some of the kit that you had referred to earlier?
Yeah, so basically the players, when they come on the Real Madrid Foundation experience, they get an Adidas kit package. So this is a mini micro version for some of our smaller players of the kit from last season. We are currently having a new one developed, but it will have on it the bespoke Real Madrid Foundation badge and some of our partners. The idea behind the kit is that everyone, we create a look and feel, and everyone turns up in their kit on the day, feel part of the Real Madrid family from the start. Also, on arrival, one of my favourite things is that we have a photo booth station with a backdrop of the Santiago Bernabeu. And the idea is that the players can wear, various props or to hold various props, and they can have a picture taken on the backdrop in their kit. So it's a lovely takeaway memento for them to share with their family, when they visit England. They also obviously get a bespoke Real Madrid certificate. The foundation are currently updating the 2024 version. This is last year's version for you to see. And then one of the things that we also add on for the players is they take away a Real Madrid boot bag. They also have access to what we call Coerver X. Coerver X is an individual ball mastery program. It's done online. It can be accessed from all over the world. It's currently being used at a variety of different levels, and the idea is to give players an authentic experience of the Coerver methodology, which they can do in their home environment. So yeah, some really fabulous parts of the package for the girls to experience.
Fantastic. And did you want to talk about the second option, or the build on option after attending the Easter camp?
Yeah, so the part that we're going to experience at Easter, the Real Madrid Foundation Clinic, is where we fly the staff from Real Madrid's academy and first team training facility, a place called Valdebebas. Valdebebas is ginormous. It hosts some of the best players in the world in terms of the male game and also the female game. And the site itself is incredible. The idea is that we can also offer players what we call part 2, the Pro Tour. So each player will go away with an invite, and it's an opportunity for the players to travel with a family member or members to visit the world-renowned training facility, not only to be coached by a Real Madrid coach, but to do it in the home of Real Madrid. Is pretty amazing, and it's something that the players will have access to, having completed part 1 in Newcastle.
Fantastic. I love the fact that there's a continuity to it, right? So they can really go much deeper than the first half of it at the Easter camp. Great. And I think one of the things that we were discussing offline was the varied options in terms of career paths around the female football industry. Do you want to speak about a few of those?
Well, I think what we've seen in the last 10 years in women's football is not only the technical skills develop on the pitch, but also the opportunity to get involved in football off the pitch in a variety of different areas. So if you're a specialist in particular sort of formats, for example, if you see yourself as a budding presenter, we're seeing more and more female presenters now, especially across the globe. We're seeing more and more female coaches now going on to to develop their skills and coach at the highest level. We're seeing more and more people involved in the social media aspect, media as a whole. So there really is a career in women's football now that potentially might not have been available previously. We've got the areas of sports science, we've got the areas of on-pitch analysis, and so really having a broad career opportunity within the game now as a female, and at the highest level, at the highest level in female sport. So no, I think it's certainly an inspiring time to be involved in girls and women's football, and it's something that someone can aspire to achieve without doubt.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing that. So I think that's a very unique perspective as well to have. When you typically think of football, you think of just the players, but while they're a big part of it, I love the fact that you've just highlighted some of the areas that are around the sport itself that's possible. And, it's great that you shared some of that. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Lisa, let's talk about Prince Bishop Summer School. Let's talk about some of the programs you have coming up next year.
Okay, so what we do is we have a pathway system. So not only will international students come and learn English, or they will fine-tune their English, which will be tailor-made for the bespoke pathway they choose. But they will, on the afternoons, they'll have a chance to have their bespoke pathways and follow their interest. So if their interest is entrepreneurship, they will have an entrepreneurship program where they're given challenges, they're given a certain budget, and they're working within teams and creating all those soft skills that we need. As employers of the future, we definitely need those for young people to have. And then they will present at the end and have a finished product, or a finished service, or a finished idea. If they're choosing to do the university preparation pathway, they will have workshops and masterclasses with university professors and associate professors, and they will visit a university and do an engineering workshop. So very STEM-based university preparation, but also they'll get the opportunity to see lots of different campuses, which I think is really important when you're going to spend a lot of your time living there, and it helps young people make that choice. It's quite a big choice. We also have a theatre and arts pathway, which we know is really, really popular, where we can work with local theatre companies, and we can work on musical theatre and drama. And then at the end, we get the chance to watch that performance. Some of those performances can be in the outdoor Rose Theatre, or they can be inside in the indoor theatre. We also have our fantastic sports programmes, such as our football, hockey and water sports academy, where we have the highest level coaches. We do strength and conditioning work. We also look at social media training across those, and young people get the chance to work with high level coaches, work with other young people who are interested in that sport, keep fit and have fun in the summer. As far as our STEM and gifted programme is concerned, giftedness is something which is quite difficult to find appropriate programmes for, and it's very challenge-based, very project-based, and it can actually lead on to many different avenues for those young people and create friendships with like-minded people who also have a gift in something and they want to explore that with us.
Okay, fantastic. Thanks for breaking that down. So can you speak a little bit about the exciting partnership that you have struck with Real Madrid, and what, what's possible, what the options are for children who are interested in that pathway for the Easter program?
Okay, so for the Easter program, we have a Real Madrid Foundation clinic coming. We also have DF Next Level Coaching are with us every day. We have a trip to St George's Park where the Lions and Lionesses train. We have bubble football coming in. We have Nerf battles for fun. We have lots of different strength and conditioning. We have our social media training, which is really, really important. And we have some women and girl empowerment sessions and workshops like that. The Real Madrid Foundation Clinic is really quite special. It's a great opportunity. And those are coming at the end of our Easter camp. So young people will have the chance to leave either on that night after that, which is the 8th of April, or the 9th of April. They can stay an extra night and leave in the morning. So they will get to have coaching from Real Madrid coaches as well as Coerver coaches. They will get a certificate. They will get a full Real Madrid kit. They will get 2 months of online ball mastery from Coerver. They'll get a ball bag, and then they also get the chance to be invited to the Santiago Bernabeu. So there's quite a lot of opportunities there for them. Of course, we're set there at Morden Hall, which is in Newcastle, 20 minutes from the airport, and it's very beautiful. We have flocks of red kites there, deer, there's foxes, hedgehogs, squirrels, red squirrels even, which are rare. So it's a really beautiful setting. It's very safe, and it has got a sweeping mile-long drive up to it, acres and acres of lush green countryside. It's a beautiful setting, very natural, extremely wholesome, very safe.
Awesome. It does sound amazing. Now, is there any connection at all between the offerings during the Easter camp and the summer camp? Would you say one feeds the other, or are they completely separate programs?
So the thing I think would be the string that runs through the Easter and the summer camp is the staff. Some elements of the program are the same, but the staff are definitely the same. So the staff are with us and have been with us for many years now. We also use a coaching company which has been with us for many years now, DF Next Level Coaching, and our staff are expert fitness professionals, expert professors in their field, expert teachers in their field, expert STEM specialists, expert gifted specialists, expert theatre and arts groups. So we have the very best that we can offer there.
All right. That's fantastic. Thanks for breaking that down. Now, can you share some of the feedback from some of your past students, as well as talking about some of the new features that you have on offer for this summer?
So some of the testimonials, really, they all echo the same sort of sentiment. So as a parent myself, what I'm interested in is my child benefiting from this? Are they happy and safe? And are they growing in confidence? What skills have they learned? So these are the things that parents have fed back to us over the years of providing holiday clubs and our tuition and all the various different things we do. So they say that they have broadened their horizons. So things that they hadn't thought of that they might want to do or do and go on to do, they do. They actually do that. So it's thinking about implanting those ideas. This could be a career that I might aim for. They grow in confidence. So without confidence, we can't really approach what we want to do. So they have to feel as though that's something actually I think I could do in the future. I could stand up in front of people and present. You know, I can make those phone calls. I actually know what I'm doing when I'm in that exam, or when I'm writing that CV or that personal statement for university. And we help them and guide them with all of that. They improve on their soft skills, so that what they can do is they can talk to people. They know the different levels of kind of communication with different kinds of people that they're going to meet. And they do meet different kinds of people. They build relationships and positive relationships, not just with each other as peers, but also with the adults that they are coming into contact with. And they are maybe unfamiliar contact. They haven't seen these people before, they haven't met them before, but then they actually do really want to spend time with them, and they listen to them. And as you would say, as LagosMums, it takes a village, and that's kind of the approach that we have. And we also find that the parents say that they've had such fun. that they can't wait to come back. And when can we do it again?
That's fantastic. That sounds like a really holistic experience. And I think that's what most parents are looking for, is anything we enroll our children in. We want them, like you said, to be safe, have a great time, but to learn different things about themselves and to come out feeling more empowered, more educated, and more ready to take on the world, because that's what it really is about. And, you know, you've also shared with us, sorry?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You've also shared with us your various pathways, which seems to cover quite a breadth of different options. So is there some flexibility, for example, if a child is interested in the entrepreneurship pathway, but also in STEM and acting, you know, is that possible? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the way it works is we have a 2-week block. However, if someone is uncomfortable doing something or wants to change, they see something and they think, oh, I would like to try that. That's all possible. And what we would say for young people who are going to come for 4 weeks, I would encourage them to choose 2 pathways. One pathway for the first fortnight, another pathway for the second fortnight. And that way they can ensure that they're going to get that different experience. Because I think as we grow and mature through life, we realise that actually all of those experiences we have, that's what make us who we are. So the most experience that we can have, the most varied experience that we can have, this is an opportunity to do that.
Okay, that makes absolute sense. And can you talk about the application process itself for both programs? So if you can talk about the Easter program application first, and then we can talk about the summer.
So the application process is the same for Easter and for summer. What we need to do is go on to www.princebishopinternationalsummerschool.com and we book on there. So we book online. If anyone wants to contact me and we can have a chat, I'm absolutely fine with that. And that is by email. Would be info@lisamcgeeeducation.co.uk. So that's info@lisamcgee, LISAMCGEE, education.co.uk. There's 3 E's together, making it a bit tricky. And then all of our social media. So you can contact us in any of those ways, but the booking is online. And then we'll take a contact form, and then we can take it from there and help you with any of the processes that you need. And we'll stay in touch the whole way. We will hold your hand, the same as when your children arrive in the country. We will hold their hand the whole way.
Right, fantastic. And I think one of my final questions for you is if you can share some of the benefits, right, of attending Prince Bishop International Summer School. We've talked about a lot of options. I mean, lots of possibilities and opportunities. But if you were to highlight maybe 2 or 3 of the benefits of attending, you know, what would you say those are?
I think the main benefit is growing in confidence, because you're in a different situation with brand new people and you're, you know, exceeding and excelling in that situation, and we are supporting you the whole way. I think the chance to do different things and learning new skills. So you might never have tried theatre and arts, you might want to. You might never have tried entrepreneurship and find actually you've got a great skill in that, which actually is one of the highest growing areas across the world, is entrepreneurship. And I do believe there's a little entrepreneur in everybody, so it's a great thing to try. So, and then meeting new people, you know, and all of those skills, all of those meetings that you have, as we said before, they all grow into one experience that it's going to be one you'll never forget and you'll want to return to.
Sounds amazing. So growing confidence, chance to learn new skills, and meeting new people and developing your ability to hold conversations, to have empathy for people from different parts of the world, you know. That's great. And can you talk a little bit about your desire for more diversity in terms of your summer programs?
So where we're based in the Northeast, we have probably upwards of 50 different languages that are spoken at least. We have a great international community in every main town. What we want to do in the Northeast is we want to keep growing that. We want to keep growing our international identity. We want to continue growing our multicultural awareness, our multicultural cuisine, our multicultural culture. We really do treasure that here. We are such a beautiful place in the world, and we've been to many different places. You know, from the Northeast, many people travel out, but it's always good to come here and to see and experience how beautiful and wondrous it is.
Awesome. Sounds great. Thank you so much, Lisa. And, you know, for everybody who's going to listen to this, I'm going to share all your contact information, the website, your email, and all your socials. So anyone that has any more questions can get in touch with you and to learn more about enrolling their children in one of your amazing programs, because it sounds like the child is going to go in one way and come out a much more confident young person. So thanks for putting this together, and thanks for having a chat with us today and just shedding more light about your summer programs.
Thank you.
Thank you.